Looks like it's going to be a heavy dish fight right from the beginning of the round. Straight up, head-to-head battle. It's Defo trying to charge, but Trex able to handle it. He spotted the second player around here as well, but Red Guard has to use those flash points to drop back to a safer position. So Mech, once again, lose the first player of the round, and it hasn't gone so well for them. They have to concede a player and dish, so not looking great here right now for Mech.
Even when they were getting first kills against FPX, a lot of 5v4 situations, they weren't winning out. And this is it again. Guild find an early kill. They can reset. They can see if Mech are going to try and push for information on other parts of the map. Just Nats watching towards Arcade. More of a reset. Nobody from Mech is looking for more information really at this point. They're just sat in their sights and waiting. The Guild might expect maybe people have rotated away. They're even going to go across the zip line to see if they can crunch into other parts of the map. They know as well that the bottom of this attacker spawn hasn't been touched because of the tripwires. So they know that this is relatively safe.
Yeah, so you can at least drop back over. It opens up the split potential again, but with 30 seconds left, they don't have a lot of time.
They're going to get the orb as well. They're just farming orbs for Leo. Yeah. He's just hungry hippering all around the map. So he's going to get the one towards tree, maybe execute under tunnel.
Yeah. That could certainly work out here, but here comes the play. It's decided B play with 17 seconds left. They're going to send that orbital strike in, and now Nats, he's trying to get into the mix. There's just so much going on right now. Orbital strikes all over the place. Chaos in the last 8 seconds. Nats coming into play. Rolling Thunder's been used up, and they're trying to get that spike down. They luckily will hear Guild just about before the aftershock comes into that position. And now they drop back. Guild with the advantage. Mech have to once again retake. This one a little more doable. Got time to play with. The numbers aren't too significant of a disadvantage, but as soon as Leo gets that pick, there's too much to handle for Red Guard. 4-3. Great rounds here from Gil. Luckily, no more Tech Pause podcast. We're right back into the action. It's going to be Mech versus Gil continuing here. Unfortunately, though, Ryan, it isn't gun round versus gun round. It is going to be a little bit of a force, a little bit of half buy rather, for Mech right now as they're under the Bulldog and upgraded pistols across 4. And for Guild, they're in a very good spot right now.
Might just be a straightforward execute at this point.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Kind of makes sense. Yeah, and they're not even fighting for the obs for the most part. Trex is hovering over the one in tree, making sure that as soon as he doesn't touch it, there's going to be like a stack of players running towards him. So I feel like, again, not only did Guild have the freedom to get a spy planted, but they also have both these obs, which has been pivotal to them for the most part. They're trying to play the tripwire. It's just a little bit ahead, guys. Just poke your nose in, you'll see it, but it goes to show that even Guild, knowing that they were going up against the Eco, are treating this very carefully. Mech on these like anti-Eco thrifty rounds, what they can get done, can be scary. And no surprise, 4 of them are actually going to stack through, and Trex wants to grab that orb before he has to curtail it away. Mecha on the chase.
A little bit of a charge here. Leo swinging down into the bottom of the stairway. It's one for Leo. Chronicle able to trade it out. Advantage with neither side in terms of player count, but certainly an advantage here for Guild, weaponry speaking, and also taking the side. They are sitting back, letting them come to them, and Russ has done well at taking down the head of Chronicle. Red Guard trades it out. 3v3, couple of upgraded weapons now into the hands of Mech as Nats barely survives on 2 HP as he runs through the molly. And now Coldamenta will finally put him down. Defuse being stuck, he's off it, and now it's just Shados. He's left having to dance with death with 2 players, and Russ, well, he shuts him down with a deadly tango. It's 5-3. Guild with better weapons able to pull through.
Wants to maybe just see if he can farm up some of these kills. Again, get these ultimates online, and that's sneaking through on 2 HP through his own cyber cage for a molly. Tries to get the timing, but Guild are not having it, right? The positioning, the way that they're playing off of each other is one thing I wanted to highlight. Like 2 or 3 players in Arcade up in the sort of tower part. Just to show the Guild are trying to play and trade off of each other and really don't want Mech to try and take a lot of space on the map where they're stuck.
Well, Nat's a little bit more advanced. Now, they've really struggled with his dish control. Maybe this is the adaptation that gets him at least one. Nat's using the cam, trying to get ready with it, but he is just down immediately. His teammate tried to set him up to make that one a little easier, but unfortunately for Nats, unable to get a single kill. So they have to relinquish dish control, and Guild don't mind just dropping back. They've got so much time to play with. They know that Mech aren't going to have the information that they have backed off. So Guild, right now, the map is their oyster to play with.
Yep, get a kill, reset, or just wait. Because you're sort of seeing what Mech have to do, right? You've got Red Guard clearing all of this A main position. The orbital strike is ready to go on this execute, and there's nobody on mech even near the site. They want to play retake. They do have a resurrect, but they can't get where Nats is, right? Dish is full of these guild players. Maybe just going to try and fight head on. Defo is 1 ult orb away from having that showstopper 2. Guild are grouping up, like I say. Could be a multi-kill happening.
A little dive down from Guild to take the site.
30 seconds left.
No problem right now as they have forced Redguard to go on that information gathering in towards main. He's taking that control back, but now we have to look to mech again into the retake. They are a player down. They have no control of the site, but this time they have a bit of utility to use. They're going to try and make their way around, but they're going to see 3 players on the other side of it. Redguard's done very well to get 2 out of that situation. It should have been just 1 and done for him, but last 2 positions now known for mech. Zaraz pops in that neural theft. Here comes the res picked up. It's Trex's headshot. Yes, Rolling Thunder was available. Redguard no longer there. And now Trex towards the back of the site. Well, he's got to deal with the onslaught of 2 players coming in from the same position. And happily deal with the first, throws the paint shells in, and that's enough. Shadows realizes he can't get into the site. Time's too limited. Player's not that. And yeah, it just feels like mech are really struggling at dealing with these executes for Guild right now, Ryan. It feels like they're always forced into a difficult retake scenario.
Sees that it's open, gets the orb that's in A main before the spike is planted, and then he's 1 orb from having that Rolling Thunder ready to go. But because it changes so often, they don't have much. Another eco, just a hero rifle for Shados.
That's not great, and that's that saved weapon over from the last round, so it really paints the picture of how bad the economy is right now for mech. Guardian in the hands of Redguard. Again, mech have loved to be proactive. You have to play this map in that way. You can't just sit back as the defense and get split on. But Guild have done a great job of maneuvering around mech's aggression and proactive play in this defense, and in this round they're just slowing down all outside of A right now. You see no one's over towards Dish, no one's outside of B on the top side of the map. It's all down here in spawn, and they're just slowing it right down, waiting for mech in this low buy to throw what they've got at them.
I'm just going to check as well that we're seeing teams like Guild when they played up against Ascend. It was Fracture as the last map. Since then, they've wanted to play it, and I think just every team has banned it out for the most part. First ban as well, like Fnatic took it out when they played. The safe finding that opening really is just up to Chronicle to get some damage done.
Yeah.
Their eco last time was pretty costly for the side of Guild, but now they've got another open site, and they're just farming these ult orbs and these plants to the point where ultimates are readily available. This is Leo's like almost fourth Rolling Thunder ready to go.
Yeah. He's having a great time right now. Maybe we can keep track of that one, but you know, Shados and Redguard, another situation where they started the round with weaker weapons. Now they got retake with them. Not looking great here. At least it won't be a flawless in the hands of Guild as Shados gets 1 on the way out with that 1 rifle, but it is 7-3.
They're trying to like stack up again this time. The showstopper, the stun, trying to get all the way through, but Defo throws it out. Can't quite get the connections, and it feels again the Guild, despite a lot of players being in his position, we're playing on these angles, ready to try and not fight against it, but just avoid it. They have really good reads on what mech are trying to do. They saw that showstopper available, wanted to try and fight for that space, see if there was anybody else, and now they've reset to Dish again.
Yeah, and there's one.
Because they know that all of that utility as well comes out, like the stuns, slows, anything like that. If there's a Brimstone smoke, he has to be somewhat nearby. So they just go in the opposite direction and try and sit up there, see if they can pull the rotates. Now it's a double pump as they head on back.
Yeah, Guild would be really good at this sort of push and pull strategy, just draining the utility out of mech, making them make adjustments, weaken their defense. This time, mech, well, they're going for more standard rotations. They're having to play a little bit more passive here to try and get the numbers quickly over towards B. This could be a good call here for mech. They're about to have players here for the first time to defend the site. That has been a massive problem for them time and time again, but Guild still have time, and they're dropping back again, Ryan. And if they go into the A site, there's only 1 player here right now. It's Chronicle that has to do it all.
30 seconds left.
Rolling Thunder goes onto an open A site. Seems again the mech want to play retake over on this site. Showstopper is now going to be coming out. Think of the attacking side, just clearing some of these angles. And mech have done well. They've given up a site and they've given up a plant for free. However, 2 big ultimates used on the side of Guild that found nothing. 5v5 retake.
This is great right now. Great calling for Guild. just manipulating Mech's rotations, catching the right side every single time. Rolling Thunder to take that main control. Flash goes through. It's one for Russ. At least he does get one, but Redgar and Defo now starting to clear out with that orbital strike. Defo another headshot, and now we look to Leo and Safe, the last two remaining players, and for the first time in a long time, Mech have done a good job at removing the numbers from the site itself. Now they're onto the site, and the pressure for the first time is on Guild's shoulders to get back in and stop this defuse. It's over half. Redgar's just holding it. He's just sticking it, and he's got it. Finally, Mech pull off the retake.
And we've seen a lot of these kind of like line up, I suppose, for Mech. Like their retakes have looked good when it comes to the ideas, but the execution was rough. Now they've adapted, knowing that